Well, hello there. I always like these previously on segments.
Why did you do it? Harvey needed you. Why save me?
I haven't actually seen it
Yeah, I'll
yet.
definitely try and be in your stream each week, assuming I have nothing else going on
beyond belief.
those nights. I like participating in the chat.
Our stock is tanking. The board is losing confidence. Wayne Enterprises needs a new face.
Last week we did have some Wi-Fi issues on my end, but I think I fixed all that, so everything should be good to go.
Come work for me. It won't be what you have here, but at least we can keep pace on the new bat tech.
I'll go and gather what I can.
Oh, one of my students is here.
You're a good man, Bruce.
I think you may have misinterpreted things.
How's it going, Hermits? Did you finish all the corrections in that article
Selena,
that you're writing?
I have to tell you how Bruce?
Selena, I think you should get out of Gotham.
Hermits, who you see in the chat, I actually got.
The children of Arkham are after you.
I introduced him to a video game journalist that I know, so he's actually going to start writing some video game reviews and get paid to do so. But he has to fix some of his writing before he submits it.
That's not...
I think it's time you knew my real name. I am Lady Arkham.
I think I like her as a villain. I know it's a new character, which I do like when games throw in new characters every now and then, instead of just rehashing someone else that's been done a million times. But this week's cool. We're going to get introduced to a character who's very popular, but it will be a completely different take than what we're accustomed to seeing. And yes, he definitely seems like they definitely borrowed a lot from Scarecrow and gave it to her. Gave those qualities to her.
Retribution, Bruce.
The whole hallucinating within a drug situation. Scarecrow is definitely one of my, in the Arkham games, he's definitely my favorite.
What is this place?
Because in Arkham Asylum, those Scarecrow levels were so surprising when I played them the first time. It was just a great experience. I don't want to spoil in case anyone ever goes to play them, but the type of hallucinations that you have in those games are really great.
Looks like someone was angry. Lovely. Is that my blood? God, I hope it's mine.
I assume everyone knows where we are. I'll refrain from saying just in case.
Arkham Asylum. This
Yep.
can't be happening.
It's a good thing we have a doctor in the chat, a psychologist, because I'm always interested in talking about Arkham Asylum, because I'm not sure that it's the best representation of mental health in the world, but it's a staple of Batman lore that you can't really have Batman without it.
You settled? Good. Anything you need? Water, piss, rat poison? I've been asked for rope before. Not really.
Hey, Pterodactyl, how's it going?
Of course, I could make an exception for you.
I want to talk to my lawyers.
You're not in any position to be making demands, rich boy.
I have rights.
And yours were revoked after you beat Oswald Cobblepot within an inch of his life and landed yourself in here. You're not buying your way out this time.
So yeah, so for people new to
Might as well get comfortable.
the stream,
This
I'm
is your home now.
playing. I actually
Time
just
to
finished
meet your
this game with my
neighbors.
students today, and the idea is that they're analyzing how dialogue choices are used in the game, whether or not they
As you
strengthen
were.
the narrative overall. So now I'm going through it, talking about the game, talking about the experience teaching with them, and I'm trying to make choices that are different from the ones that my students made. One of my students is actually in the chat. His name's Hermit,
I hope to God
or his Twitch name is Hermit.
I want your daddy to see what I do to you.
Go on, then. Hit me.
Don't get cocky, Wayne.
Bruce needs to get back into shape. Hey, Spud Cowboy, how's it going?
Feel good? You like this?
The welcoming committee has really gone downhill around here, hasn't it?
What the?
Churlish. Not
So this is probably my favorite section of the game. You'll know why in about a second. And there he is,
Buddy.
my main man.
Oh, buddy. Are you okay? You don't look so grand. More like the opposite. What would that be?
I love it though because he's such a
I
different
appreciate the help.
take on the Joker.
If we
He's
don't
way
look out for
friendlier.
each other, who will, right?
What is going on in here?
It's like I told you, Doctor. These creeps were attacking the new guy.
Well, who did that? Was it you?
Of course not. It was mostly over by the time I got in. The new guy's tougher than he looks. Right, buddy?
Yes,
Bruce,
buddy.
Is that really what happened?
Go on, tell her.
I think my student said it was a blur, so I'm just gonna go straight up. Yeah, I
Yeah,
did.
that's what happened.
Yeah,
We
this
have
Joker
a
is different
very
than any other
strict
Joker
no-fighting
I've
policy
seen
here in
in
Arkham.
comics,
If you can't
movies,
obey that
TV,
rule,
otherwise.
You're going to find yourself in hot water fast.
The orderly that was
They
here
actually,
before
like,
took money
kind
from
of
these
built
men
a kind
and
of
let
friendship.
them into my room. He gave them a taser.
I knew that you coming to Arkham could cause some excitement, but I didn't expect it to happen so fast. I'll do my best to keep you safe, but I need you to be careful.
Us nice guys gotta stick together. Am I right?
Come to me if anything happens.
Safe. And how do you plan to do that?
You're hardly the first patient in Arkham Asylum to be attacked. I'm sure we can figure something out.
And in the handout I gave my students, I
I'm
specifically
Dr.
asked them
Joan
to
Lehman, by the way,
comment
head of
on this
psychiatry.
version of
I'll be
Joker, which
overseeing
I'll
your
read
case
about.
personally.
I'll read one of the students'
We'll get
answer
you transferred
after
to a new room,
we
Bruce,
finish this
one that
section of the
doesn't have
game.
your blood all over it. For now, follow me.
I'm sorry, I don't think I ever got your name.
Your name?
He's never given his name out to anybody.
What?
You just call him John Doe.
Bingo.
John is one of our most improved patients. He's been with us for quite some time. I'm sure he'd be willing to show you around. Right, John?
Oh, yeah. I'll show him the whole night.
I like that he's kind of like the big shot of Arkham Asylum.
I think it would be best if you stayed by his side for now.
Or like the favorite amongst the employees.
You know, Doc, our last session was so enlightening.
Well, that's good to hear. Your next evaluation is in a few weeks. I'm glad you're starting to
Yeah, you
understand
can call it
yourself.
lore.
Oh, every day, Doctor. Every day.
I can't take taste anything. I want to taste.
I don't think Bruce will taste very good.
Gotta be more
I know they say
careful,
eat the rich,
Bruce.
but I don't think you're
Some of
literally
these
supposed to eat
guys
them.
bite. You remember the first time you let
Can we get
me
that
into the
hashtag
Rec
going on
Room,
Twitter?
Dr. Leyland?
How could I forget?
You had to teach me how to play checkers.
Yes, well, betting patients to
No, you need to let me go. I have to warn the president. They're trying to kill me. You don't know the president.
They don't like it.
It definitely is. I know
That's
someone
because
personally who got
phones are for
COVID that
staff use
one of the
only.
first noticings was that he wasn't able to taste anymore. And welcome. Thank you for coming. I'm not I know we talk on Twitter all the time, but I'm not positive how to say your name. I'm going to go with
I'll come by to check on you two later.
Don't worry about us, Dr. Leland. I'm gonna take good care of you.
Calliope. Calliope. Okay. Calliope. So Calliope, basically I'm playing this game with my students now as a means of teaching like how dialogue choices are used in video games and whether or not it's a good game mechanic to strengthen narrative.
I'd watch yourself.
I know I think you teach middle school. I remember having that conversation. So you can't really use this game for them because it is rated mature, but you could at least hopefully find some ideas to how to use similar games in the future.
Thanks for the heads up. I appreciate you showing me around like this.
I'm a giver. What can I say? I always try to keep an eye out for new guys. Let's see. On the couch, that's St. Louis. Ooh, shh. His favorite show's on. Never misses it. All right, friendo. Commercial break. Get up! Where is the remote? One of the orderlies must have taken it. Never fear, though.
Yeah, I know
I'll
it's
go
still
and
up in the
sleep.
air whether
She
my
likes me.
my school district's going to be open in the fall as well. We might be teaching from home, in which case I still have an entire unit
What
on
was
different
this?
types of storytelling that I want to use. I was originally going to use Life is Strange to teach dialogue choices, but I kind of want to be in the building when I do that unit, so I might have to, maybe another Telltale game. There's a couple of, I know The Wolf Among Us is supposed to be well-renowned,
That's the way the cookie
or there's even a
crumbles.
Guardians of the Galaxy one, but I'm not sure how great that game is.
You got a bad case of the mind knives. I can tell. I can tell. Just shove off, all right? No mind knives for me. I already got my shots. I solved the cookie riddle, not you. Sorry. It's his voice. It's driving me nuts.
I love it too. One of my goals is to hopefully get more teachers and educators hopping in
for this.
to these streams that I'll be doing every week. I know one of my students is here. I don't know if I extended the invitation to some of my other students. I'm not forcing any of them to come here, but it would be cool to get for some of them to hop in the future.
I told you, if I could read minds, I certainly wouldn't waste my time on yours.
Oh yeah, the Professor Game podcast is pretty good. I was actually on one of his episodes sometime last year.
Bruce Wayne, you've got quite a reputation around here. Taking your enemies out to stay on top.
Harmit, the one who's waving, is my student who is graduating in a couple weeks.
Any idea what this opens?
How the hell should I know? Get that thing away from me. I don't want any trouble with the orderlies.
Hey there, buddy boy.
We're super excited because he's going to we'll see if he talks more. I know he can be shy in the chat, but he got a big scholarship to a
The children of Arkham
college
are still
program
out there,
in video
and
game
I will
development,
not
which is
rest
really
until
cool.
these streets are safe.
I don't want to say that it's
Firmly
because
under
of
my
me,
control.
but I feel like I had something to do with it.
Good on, is there?
Wait, that's the move you're going to make? Huh? Yeah. What? Why? No reason. No reason.
Lewis!
What? No, that wasn't me. I'm sane, Lewis. And that was... that was crazy, Lewis. See?
Well, this key doesn't fit. What the hell is it for?
What's that? Oh, no. That's not polite at all. At all.
So tell me, my doctor in the chat, my psychologist, is this at all a good representation of mental health, or it doesn't really matter, it's just comic books?
That's good. The government is. But don't worry. They don't care about that.
Hello?
Hello? Go away. Arnold's busy. I swear, if you bother him, I will gut you.
What are you studying, Sadie BD?
Any idea what this opens?
Or you said social work, so will you be like a social worker in a school?
Wait, not what again?
Nothing. Just go away. I'm busy here. You heard him. Beat it.
I'm not really crazy, you know, in case you were wondering.
Well, don't worry, I'm not crazy either.
Yeah, right. You wouldn't be here if you weren't.
Sure.
I'm happy that people have become friends in the chat.
Key, it didn't work.
Of course not. That's not how you get out of here.
You tried it though, didn't you? That's hilarious.
My enforcement squad
What
has
do you guys
already
think of the
seen
Joker
great
so far?
success. They stopped a massive attack being organized out of a local SkyTrain depot.
Politicians
Sadie, that's awesome.
usually bore me to tears, but
So I'm
this
actually
one,
thinking that once I finish this game, I'm thinking for my next stream I might do the video game Gone Home, which deals with LGBT issues in the 1990s, which I actually played with Hermit, which I believe he enjoyed the game a lot. But I'm thinking of playing through that game and talking about, because it's one of my favorite games to teach with, so I'm probably going to play through it and talk about how my students reacted to it throughout.
I thought you and the mayor.
Plus, it's nice and short. It's only... Yes, Hermits was at PAX. He's the one... Remember when I asked if you have that one student who's just a huge pain in the ass? That's this guy.
Harvey is my friend. I can't believe he's the one who put me here.
Sounds like you need better friends. Slim pickings around here, though. I've looked.
In which Mayor Dent announced the creation of a special enforcement squad under his direct command to combat an imminent threat from the children of Arkham.
Rest assured,
we did at
will
PAX
find these
East.
terrorists.
This most recent PAX East, I took 5 of my students to host a panel, to do a panel talking about their experiences teaching and learning with video games.
Mayor on a rampage versus freaky drug.
That panel was the first one that I hosted by myself.
Your corruption.
But I've been on panels at a couple of different... I was on a panel at PAX West
Way more dangerous than you think.
and at PAX South with a couple of the other people in the Geeks Like Us community.
Tragically, there's
And
still no sign of Gotham Gazette reporter
I'm hoping
Vicky Vale
that
after her
there'll be
mysterious
panels
disappearance
again.
earlier
Hopefully,
this week.
PAX East will still happen in the future and other PAXes, so that I would love to be on more panels.
I think we both.
Historian, you'll just have to you'll have to catch the next one.
Right, Bruce?
Wait, you know that Vicky
It's actually there is actually a video on
Vicky and her drugs,
my very
huh?
tiny YouTube channel
And you're a
of the panel. The quality is not the greatest because I just took a video from my cell phone. But there is a video of that panel on YouTube, which I could send you the link to it on Twitter later if you prefer, if you want.
I'd love to see that.
I'm not doing anything for you. You got that?
That's unfortunate. It really is. I was looking forward to it for a moment there. I've been watching you for a while now, Bruce, and I can tell there's something darker in you. When you attacked Oswald, I could tell you enjoyed it.
It's like we should all get together and do a panel. Oh, Hermit's is sharing the link, thank you.
Would be dead.
You don't know anything about me.
I'm saying we should all be doing a panel at some point.
Well, to my eyes,
because there's not too many teachers who are doing this stuff. So like,
taking out his
any of us who are actually using video games in school should get together and actually share our experiences and resources.
A lot more interesting. It's obvious that's why Vicky hates you. Your dad helped bump off her parents.
Why would my father?
Chase Cowboy, I never asked. What do you do?
I never said he killed the Vales. She was born in Arkham, Victoria Arkham.
What?
You didn't know that? The Arkhams did not approve of what your dad and his partners were doing. They were gonna blow the whistle on the whole thing, so your dad, well, pop.
How have the two of you never met each other?
Murdered,
I feel like
leaving her with an unquenchable thirst for vengeance.
Cool, also a psychologist.
Surely you can relate.
Have we met at PAX's before? We definitely at least like been in the same room.
Drive people to do some pretty dark stuff.
Yeah, I can relate to that. Tragedy can be a powerful motivation.
I knew it. I knew it. Very good instincts on this sort of thing. You and Vicky are both dark souls, and now you're heading on a collision course towards each other. That's gonna be fantastic. You see, I know what you really are. And that's why I really want to tell you where Vicky's moved her drugs, but you're not gonna do anything while you're stuck in here. So, I vote we get you out. How hard can it be?
I did not know that it was you. That's hilarious.
Always get what they want.
Why didn't you ever tell me that Space Cow is you?
Well, sure, but there's no phone. I can...
Assume I can take care of that.
This has been going on. I've been streaming for a month, and you're just telling me now that you've been the one talking to me the whole time.
When I get out of here, you're gonna owe me a favor. Okay? Just one. Yeah, I don't know what it is yet. But what's one favor between friends?
I'll be friends with you. That's good.
One favor, that seems fair.
Excellent. We'll have loads.
I feel deceived.
You'll see. All right, tell you what. I'm gonna make a distraction to get the guards away from that gate. The rest is up to you. You make that phone call, and I promise I'll tell you how to find those missing drugs. Hey, Zaz. Hello, Zaz.
What the hell do you
Hello, Daddy, what's going on?
Settle a bit. What happens if you make a tally mark before you kill someone?
What are you talking about?
So this guy was in this... Victor Zsasz was in the recent Birds of Prey movie, where his whole shtick is that every time he kills someone, he has to put a tally mark on his body.
Skin feels like it's itching. Burning!
So because he just added a cut, he now has to kill someone.
Get rid of it! Stop! Someone get me a sedative! Run, Brucey! Run!
So my students use the phone, so I'm gonna stop the fight and see what happens.
Jesus! Fuck! He was gonna kill me! No! No, I need it! I need it! Damn it, Zaz, stop! Stop! Ow!
So this guy's Victor. His name is Victor Zaz, and his thing is killing people with knives. If you saw the recent Harley Quinn Birds of Prey movie, he was the guy who worked
Pretty
alongside
grisly
Black
scene in
Mask.
there. Multiple stabbings. One of the orderlies had a finger bitten off. And according to John, it sounds like you were right in the middle of it.
So this is a different scene than what my students had, since they were able to get to the phone and call for help. So
I tried
we'll
to stop it,
see
but the whole
how
thing
this plays
was
out
a
differently.
sick game. You would understand if you were there.
We're going to look into it further before I feel comfortable making a decision one way or the other. One moment.
Dr. Leland, Wayne's being
No relation to
discharged.
Knives Chow. Different comic.
Superintendent says he's a liability. Having him here creates an unsafe environment.
Space Cowboy, what are your
His brother's
thoughts on
here to
the
collect
upcoming live-action Cowboy Bebop
Seems
coming
you have
out
a visitor.
in the near future?
Alfred.
Ah, Bruce. Thank heavens you're all right. You see, everything is in order. He is to be released into my care.
What
See you later,
happened with
Sadie.
those men in your room?
Thanks for stopping by.
The riot with Zaz? You clearly need help, Bruce.
Okay, so this is one of
He
those
needs
instances where
extensive evaluation,
the
treatment.
dialogue choices really didn't matter.
I think I'll get a second opinion.
Because if I didn't
I'm
fight
sure
and I
you
used
can
the phone,
afford for one
Alfred
you
would
like.
still come and get you out. So I guess regardless
Let's
of your
go,
choice,
Alfred.
you get saved by Alfred.
Ask the Veils. Ask her
Joker's definitely my best friend. I love this guy.
What's that about?
Which the teachers in this chat probably know, but my full curriculum for using this game is up on my website, Hey Listen Games,
And all the while
if
she
you're
was
interested in
working with
perusing
Cobblepot
through
to
it.
try and bring me down.
But I
It's a
know
good
most
thing
of
the
you are
family
middle school
lawyers were
teachers,
able to
so
get you out so quickly.
No kidding.
it won't be
Batman's got
usually
some work
useful,
to do.
but
Even
you might
during
find something
Batman's
you can
brief
use.
hiatus, Gotham has become that much more dangerous. And the public opinion on Bruce Wayne... well, it certainly hasn't gotten
So
any better.
it's a classic Telltale game.
So many people angry
So
at me.
basically, the main
Entire
gameplay is
family.
choosing
I just hope I can turn it around.
what dialogue you prefer,
Sure
how
you'll figure
to like
something
kind
out.
of shape the
You
personality
always
of Bruce and Batman.
Selina?
And there's a lot of quick time events,
To
and
know
there's
Miss
not
Kyle's keeping in touch
many
from wherever
branching
she is
dialogue
now.
choices. It's not like Detroit Become Human,
You're not alone.
where things can dramatically change. So like this story is pretty much laid out. What's going to happen is going to happen, and there'll be different scenes every now and then depending on your choice. So like the scene of the fight in Arkham, you can either fight or you cannot fight, and then that scene will change, but the final outcome will end up being the same. So the whole point of me playing with this game is to like see whether or not adding these dialogue choices actually strengthen the narrative, even though that they don't alter the main story.
Hello, Harvey.
You should have stayed in the asylum where I put you.
What do you
Yeah,
want,
like
Harvey?
so like, I'm assuming flavor text is like so you can
Dangerous
kind of
place for someone like you
like
right now.
make the character feel how you want them to
We'll
feel.
figure that out eventually.
So like
But by
my
then
students have
it'll
been,
be too
or
late.
my student who has been
I'll be
playing has
fine,
been
Harvey.
trying to make Bruce
I can
a
handle
nicer
myself.
guy.
I don't think you understand the danger.
So
we're
I'm trying
in.
to make him,
Maybe you
especially when he's
haven't
Batman,
heard,
like
but the
to
children
be
of
more
Arkham have
aggressive,
gone
to just
underground.
like kind of
Obviously
roleplay a little
plotting
more.
some sort of attack, and people are scared, panicking. I needed to show them that my resolve hasn't weakened, that Gotham is still strong. So I gave them an enemy. You and your family's filthy
I think there's still going to
corruption.
be some Telltale games in the future, though, even though they went
last
under.
thing I need is
Because I think
you
there's a new
traipsing
studio
around
under
Gotham.
the name.
You're pathetic, Harvey.
So,
Not even
like,
mayor
I still
for
think there's a
week
new
and
Wolf
already
Among
the
Us
pressure's
planned
gotten
on
to you.
coming out.
No, I'm just a man who's done letting assholes like you run the world and take whatever they want. Can't let you keep running around scot-free, Bruce.
I wanted to create a media literacy class also. I think that would be a lot of fun
your will
to
of the
teach.
people crap, Harvey. I know this is personal.
You knew I was interested in Selena. What you did was a low
So
blow,
that
Bruce.
is why you are sad.
A real
Even
man
though in
wouldn't
my
have done
playthrough, I didn't sleep with her. My students did.
Wouldn't have done that.
You need to let that situation go, Harvey. You have way bigger problems on your plate.
Of course you would think that. Bruce? Bruce!
Maybe next year
We're
I'll
done
try
talking.
and teach media literacy for a semester. Because I have a lot of freedom in what I can do with my elective class.
What's going on here?
I do not believe that there is a branch where you can just hightail out of Gotham. I think you need to stay.
Well, well, well. Bruce Wayne. You really must have done something to piss the mayor off so much, hmm? Well, maybe I'll get a bonus for this. Open the trunk. We're searching the car. If we find anything tying you
I
to
would
the
love to
children of
teach
Arkham,
more about
including
social
drugs,
media. I think it's
weapons, or any
fascinating.
other suspicious materials, you will be taken into custody.
Like hell you are. The only way you're searching this car is with 2 broken arms afterwards.
You see, like here, my students
I don't
kind
think that
of
would
just
be a good
complied.
idea.
So I'm gonna see what happens if I don't comply completely.
Come on, what's the damn hold up?
Get back to your car.
Of course. Should have known. Go back to Arkham, you damn maniac!
Hell?
Careful, or you'll be the next Cobblepot.
Showing your face in public like this? Not real smart.
I am tired, I am hungry, I haven't showered in 3 days! I want to go home, and if you don't get the hell out of my way, I swear to God, I will have this car run you over, and then back up again, just to make sure it did the job!
Bruce, that was a little more aggressive than I was even planning for.
Someone else heard that, right? This psycho just threatened me!
Yeah, I filmed the whole thing!
They should lock you up!
Slow Daddy, do you watch Young Justice? I feel like that's something Robin would say. Or Nightwing.
I'm sorry. I don't...
You'll be fine. We just need to get out of this mess.
Nowhere to run, dirtbag!
Like, why can't we ever just be whelmed?
Next one won't be a warning shot! Alright, now the way I see it, there are 2 ways we can do this, Bruce Wayne. Either I let these people at you and see how you handle mob justice, or you could make a little donation to me and my boys to help us stay well-funded, And well-armed? What do you say?
So my students paid these guys off.
I can't
Let's
back up.
see what happens.
This is turning ugly, sir. What would you like to do?
For this stream, I was thinking of doing Gone Home. Since that's the first game I teach with each year now. So I think it would be pretty cool to play through it, and I have tons of student work that I could talk about while going through. And it's a little short. This game's about 8 hours, so Gone Home is only about 2.5. So it would be like 2 sessions.
Just get us home, Al. Fast.
Historian, you're gonna have to tell me. You're definitely gonna have to let me know how that summer program goes.
I'm fine, okay? I just need to get to the computer.
You're exhausted. And the influence of Lady Arkham's drug may still be affecting you.
Harvey is turning Gotham into a police state.
Yeah, Historian, you found yourself the perfect community here, because I know a lot of the geeks like us crew and community are into D&D. I only played D&D once myself, like years ago, so I might hopefully try and get back into it sometime. But I know a lot of the people here play D&D.
I have to do something. Don't get in my way, Al.
I wouldn't dream of stopping you, but let's address the problem at hand first.
Bruce, you look awful.
He's had a very long evening.
You're right. You're right. Let's just focus on getting my head clear first. Bring up everything we know about Vicky Vale's drug.
I'm on it.
If we
I'm
can
really interested to
isolate
see
the
what the
presence
next
of the
Batman
drug, I
movie is
should
going to
be
be
able
like.
to
The one with
synthesize an antidote.
Robert Pattinson.
Let's start with the DNA scan. Compare it to your DNA on file in the Bat computer.
I'll make the preparations.
This is the refined sample of the drug taken from Officer Montoya after she killed Falcone. Here's my DNA before the incident. It seems that the drug attaches
One of you
itself to
should come teach at my
specific
school so that we
proteins in
can.
the genome structure.
No one in my school knows
If we
D&D,
can modify
so
the drug's molecular structure, we
I don't
should
know
be
how
able to
I would be
create
able
a
to incorporate it there, but I would love
Once you've figured
to
this out,
partake
we'll
in
have a
something like
working
that.
antidote. We can cure others affected by the drug.
No. I wish that were possible.
It's based on the individual's DNA. We'd have to sample and decode the genome structure for each and every person to make them a cure.
We don't have the time or resources for that.
That's why we were lucky to have mine on file already.
No. Yes.
That should do it.
I just recently watched the D&D episode of Community, which, you know, they look like they're having so much fun. I don't really know if it's an accurate portrayal in any way, but if I can have as much fun as they're having in that episode, then I'm sure I'll have a good
Don't
time.
imagine it'll be much fun.
Mixing up boys and girls. I don't use D&D, but it's why I explicitly make my gaming elective class half boys, half girls, so that we can get those different interactions and
I need to know
perspectives.
what Lady Arkham has been up to while I've been away. Search for all children of Arkham recent activity. The press is reporting that Vicky Vale is missing.
Yes, and obviously the police have yet to find a body. That woman, trying to get the scoop on you, pretending to care. She betrayed you.
I wish things had been different. Maybe I could have gotten through to her.
You always try your best, Bruce. She had her own agenda from the start.
She was playing me the entire time, breaking me down. She wanted me in Arkham. She wanted me to feel what my father had done to all those people.
Bruce.
There were bigger plans than me, Alfred. Batman stopped her at the Skyrail station, and I can't believe that she isn't finding another way to use the drugs.
Well, if that's true, she may be more dangerous than ever.
I know.
Can you jinx online? Does it work like that?
Met someone in Arkham who gave me a tip on how to find her.
A tip? Do you really think you can trust someone in Arkham Asylum? Offense intended toward your recent time there, of course.
Well, trustworthy or not, it's the best lead we have. He told me that if I want to know what she's planning, then I should visit her parents' house.
Shouldn't be too tough to locate them.
Got it.
Bruce, before you head out, I've got something for you. I call it a strobe grenade. Throw it at any surface and the ensuing light show will make you almost impossible to track.
Perfect, thank you, Lucius.
Thank you. Least I can do after you invited me to come work in the Batcave with you.
Bruce?
Yeah?
If you do find Miss Vale, please, be careful.
She's just a journalist. How dangerous could she be? If anything, comics have taught me that all journalists are wonderful, perfect human beings. As Hermit's, my student here, mentioned in class, does Batman go out when it's
I'm
sunny?
inside the Vale House.
You would assume he would wait until nighttime.
Alfred?
Seems like this
The
is
Vales are
probably
dead.
why this game would
One
be
body
difficult to do
confirmed that there
with
was a
middle
lot of
schoolers,
blood.
because it can get pretty
Alert
gory.
Gordon.
Will do.
I don't know how this is connected to the drugs yet. Whatever they knew about it, Vicky made sure they kept quiet.
Her eyes are gone.
Syringe. Seems she hasn't given up
I
her
mean,
old
you don't need
tricks.
to pay 100% attention to the game, right? I'm here
Yes.
to, like, the whole
This
idea
is
of me
several
playing it
times
is
stronger than the dosage
I'm not
I
even paying
received.
100% attention to it, right? But the idea is that I can come
This
into
seems
these streams
personal.
and play games that I play with my students, and then kind of just talk with you guys about just how we can use games and video games, whether the one that I'm currently playing or games in general, to help, or not necessarily help, just to incorporate into education in some capacity. Yeah, I think the Riddler's supposed to be in the new Batman movie.
There's an injection wound on her
I don't know if
neck.
he's the main villain,
Same
but
kind
he'll at least
Montoya and I
show up.
both received, but this one's much worse. Her eyes are gone. Stabbed out.
That's disturbing. Recent family photo?
Vicky's not in it. It shows the
I like the
Vales with
Riddler a
another
lot,
child
except
in
in
front
the
of an
Arkham
industrial
games,
office.
finding
There's a
the
logo on the
riddles all
building.
throughout Asylum or the cities was just annoying. Honestly, it was the worst.
I found a lock of hair.
Anything unique about it?
It was cut at a downward angle, probably with some force based on how clean the slice is.
I just played Arkham Knight last year, and I wanted to 100% it and platinum it, but I was not spending the time to go find all those trophies.
It's clean. This wasn't used as a murder weapon.
Then why was it lying on the floor?
From the Adam West show.
It appears Mrs. Vale attempted to fight back with this knife, but only managed to slice through the attacker's hair.
Well, that's a trail of blood on the ground.
Alfred found Mr. Vale.
Alive?
No. He's gone. 10 hours at least, judging by the state of his soft tissues. Looks like a company logo. The belt buckle is covered in blood. Before he was hung with the belt, Mr. Vale was beaten with it.
I think there's something about that in the picture.
The logos match. Mr. Vale owned an oil and heating company.
Looking it up now. Yes, he's got a sizable warehouse in the industrial district and a fleet of delivery trucks.
And now Vicky's got it. Large amounts of blood spatter across the walls. It's not steady like
I'm not
arterial
100%
spray.
of whether or not I really like
Someone
these
was swinging
little
wildly.
detective sections. I like that they're
Right.
trying to add
There's a
detective
slight
elements,
indentation
because
where
Batman is
something
supposed to be the
bloody
world's greatest
struck the
detective.
wall with force.
But I feel like the whole linking system could have been
Nothing I can see.
better implemented.
The indentation matches the shape of the belt buckle. It must have impacted with the wall during the attack.
What am I missing? Syringe. Yeah, that makes sense.
Same device, same drug. This confirms that Lady Arkham is the murderer.
I think you should just be able to put the @ symbol and then the start with the person's name.
I think I know. After we stopped her at the rail station, Vicky needed a place to hide her supply of drugs. Her father's trucks and warehouse offered the perfect cover. To do that, she needed them out of the way. With Vicky Vale fully assuming her new identity of Lady Arkham, seems like she didn't need the veils around to support her old one. Vicky showed up to attack her adopted parents, but only the mother was there at first. Miss Vale fought back and was able to slice off
I realized
part
I
of
totally
Vicky's
forgot to
hair.
read the answer
Vicky
to
then
that question.
subdued her
I
with
wanted
the
to talk
same
about the
drug she
Joker.
used on me,
After
but a
Batman stopped
much,
speaking,
much larger dose.
I'll pause for a second
Nearly
and
lethal.
read what
She
this
then
student
removed the
wrote.
mother's eyes, indicating a deeply personal motivation. This was obviously some sort of vendetta. Sometime during this, Mr. Vale entered. Vicky attacked him with his own belt, striking with the buckle until he was unconscious and bleeding out. Finally, she dragged him to the closet and hung him with the belt. The blood loss got him way before the hanging did.
That's horrific. She never acted out in such a violent way before. Why would she...
Alfred, I think someone's still in the house. Going to look for a heat signature. If anyone else is here, I'll find them.
Alright, so I'm going to pause it for 1 second. So one question that I ask my students for this episode is that one unique aspect of comic book characters is that there have been many different interpretations of them over the years. The Joker, one of the most popular comic book villains of all time, has appeared in countless different incarnations. So I asked them, what do you know about the Joker and how is he represented in Batman the Telltale Series? And is this version different than what you expected? So what are the little... I'll explain those notifications window in a second, but this student said that, and this is upper base, so this is a girl in my class who, before being in my Eli class, has very little experience with comics or video games in general. She said, what I know about him in other versions of Batman is that he's been a villain, he tries to take control of the city or even the world, and has a deep personal hate towards Batman, but in this game he's represented as a good person and a helper. And it changed her perspective of him in this game because she thought he was going to react poorly against Batman in prison, but he actually did a huge favor to help Batman get out of prison, so she actually likes this version of the Joker a lot. Alright, scan.
Clear. Nothing here.
Ooh, where the hell am I going? There we go.
Anything?
No.
One more.
There's someone here,
Oop.
under the stairs.
It's Harry
alive.
Potter. Under the stairs. No, I haven't even thought of ever using Lego Batman, but now I want to bring Lego Batman into my classroom in some capacity. That movie is a treasure. Or I should say Will Arnett is a treasure. That's not Harry Potter.
It's okay. I'm not going to hurt you.
Sir, is
I was thinking about getting the Lego Star Wars game that recently came out that covers the entire Skywalker saga.
Aside from the shock and a few bruises, he seems okay. He might be able to tell me more about what happened.
You're a Batman, Harry.
Possibly. If that's the road you go down, please do it with caution.
Well, this Batman's only 2 years into his vigilante crusade, so he's still new at
It's
it.
gonna be okay. You're gonna be all right.
Now, I love having students write fan fiction. I had them.
I'm sorry I scared you.
When we played What Remains of
It's going
Edith
to be
Finch, I
okay.
had them write fan fiction for one of the characters in the game, which
Yeah?
I'll definitely be playing What Remains of Edith Finch
I
on the
need you to
stream
tell me if you
eventually
saw
as well.
or heard anything. This is important.
I heard someone say something. Something about drugs, fighting the police. I don't know who. I don't know who because I didn't see anything. I didn't see anything because I hid in here. Please don't send me to punishment.
Calm down.
Does she like the game?
That does help me. Thank you.
I have so many games I need to play, though. I should hold off on getting that. I'm currently playing through Rise of the Tomb Raider, the second Tomb Raider in the modern trilogy. And I want to replay The Last of Us before The Last of Us Part 2 comes out, and then I also have this game, A Night in the Woods, that I need to play to make curriculum for, and then Ghost of Tsushima comes out in July, and Paper Mario comes out in July. There's just too many things coming out that I gotta play.
Pathetic. I've got these little bat traps all over the city, but I should have known a good double murder would be what brought you out in the open. Ah!
We'll see if there's a lull in games in the future where I can fit some Soulsborne into it. Batman just miss? I don't think I've ever seen Batman miss a batarang. Come on, come on, come on.
The hell?
Kid, this is get out of your element. That's right, blind Harry Potter. I'll be nice to him.
Nice work, kid.
I haven't played it, but I think the most recent Far Cry game had the main story plot was around the cult. Although that's a huge open world game that's often
I'm so
tough
sorry
to use
that
in
I couldn't
schools.
save your parents. You don't know how sorry. I promise, I won't stop until I catch the person that did this. You're the kid who saved Batman. And no matter what happens,
he's a nice Batman.
no matter where you go, that will always be true. And I will always owe you one.
Batman.
Oh my god.
He was the only survivor.
Is the Final Fantasy book out yet, or is it just available for pre-order?
Come on, let's get you out of here.
He saved me.
Oh, Jesus. Was this the children of Arkham? Again? Why would they attack a family like the Vales?
Because you know I want a
their
signed
daughter
copy of
Vicky
that
is
book
Lady Arkham.
from all of you.
She killed her own parents so she could use their company warehouse to stockpile the rest of her drugs.
Vicky? Vicky Vale, the reporter? And so, who was the boy then?
My guess is he's another foster child living with the Vales.
Also wouldn't mind
He
a
says he
signed
heard
copy
something
of
about drugs and
the
attacking
psychology
the police.
of
Can't
Zelda. I don't
confirm
know,
anything,
did
but it
either of you
sounds like
guys
the children
contribute to
of
the
Arkham
psychology
might
of
be
Zelda?
plotting something
I
with
don't
those
remember
drugs against your
all the
people.
authors.
Thanks for the heads up.
The warehouse is Vale Oil and Heating.
Alright, so I need
You
a signed
should
copy
secure
from
it
you.
as soon as possible.
I'll get on it right away. What about you?
I've got something I need to look
I have a
into.
copy here, so next time we're in person, I'll just bring it so you can sign it.
Lieutenant, what's going on here?
Securing the crime scene, Commissioner.
Not anymore, you're not. I'm taking over this investigation. I can't risk you allowing Batman to contaminate our crime scene again.
Ooh, would I name a kid after a video game character? Would my fiance let me? We're planning on getting a dog eventually, and it'll be named after a character from Avatar: The Last Airbender, which is now on Netflix. So if any of you haven't seen that, you need to go watch that show immediately.
And so your bat stunner just didn't work?
That's right.
I'm currently rewatching the show again for probably, I think it's like the 19th or 20th time since it's been out.
I'm not sure what I would have done. Lucius, meet me at the back computer. There's something I want to talk to you about.
Totally Earth Nation, as long as I can metal bend.
Let's get a closer look at you.
Or the Earth Kingdom, I should say.
No damage on the microfiber. Adhesion regulation reads normal. Electricity conductor, everything looks functional.
Also recommend the sequel show a lot, The Legend of Korra.
EMP functionality.
Although I don't think that one's on Netflix.
This doesn't make any sense.
Avatar: The Last Airbender. Flip it back around.
This is strange. This microchip is emitting a low bandwidth receiving signal, but it shouldn't be.
Yeah, I think Airbender, I think, is the better show overall, but when it comes to rewatching, I actually prefer rewatching Korra.
On the Wayne tech that the children of Arkham breached. This is something different.
I'm here, what's up?
Take a look at this.
God, someone's found a way to get past my security upgrades.
Not just someone. Oswald Cobblepot.
I am so sorry, Bruce. If only I'd been at Wayne Enterprises. Maybe there was something I could have done. Oh, what a mess. That sleaze Cobblepot at the heart of it all.
Cut yourself some slack, Lucius. There's no way you could have known. I certainly don't blame you for it.
Who does it better, Batman or Iron Man?
I still feel a little guilty. Looks to me
I haven't played the Korra game because I read that it wasn't, or I heard it wasn't very good.
For now, but if he keeps it up,
but it is made by Platinum, which makes really great action games. So maybe one day I'll eventually check it out.
Catastrophic.
Is there anything you can do?
I can try to work on your firewalls, but if I do anything too drastic, he'll know we're onto it.
No time for stealth, Lucius. You need to get those firewalls augmented fast. And if
I think my brother played it, so maybe I'll reach out to him and see how he liked it.
We'll figure it out from there.
Good plan. I'll get on it right away.
Thanks, Lucius.
Bruce, Lucius, you're going to want to see this.
What is it?
Reports of Children of Arkham activity are down. But these efforts do not come cheap. That's why I am formally seizing the Wayne estate.
Can he do that?
The corrupt wealth of Gotham's elite.
Is he allowed to do that?
And go to the better purpose of protecting Gotham's common man. Mr. Wayne has 24 hours to evacuate his property.
Reminds me, like today, what was it, Trump on Twitter was talking about how he's going to shut down social media. Like, I don't think he could do that.
I have to talk to him.
After what happened at the debate, Harvey probably isn't the biggest fan of Batman. On the other hand, perhaps Bruce Wayne can appeal to him on a more personal level.
Harvey's behavior is unpredictable, random. Who knows how he will react either way?
Hermits. Do you remember which one we chose in class? I'm forgetting if we chose Batman or Bruce. I think we went as Batman. It was last week. I think we went as Batman, so I'm gonna go with. We chose Batman. Thank you. All right, so we're gonna go as Bruce then.
Not Batman's. I'll take care of it.
I believe in you, Bruce. I know you can get through to him.
Do you think superheroes would have their own Twitter accounts?
if that was the right thing to do. Why did I do that?
Don't screw this up, Harvey.
Harvey, we need to talk.
If you've come to save your home, you're wasting your time. My mind is made up.
This is interesting.
You really think everything is a negotiation, don't you? Well, this isn't. I'm taking your home from you, Bruce.
Look, I know you're still pissed off at me about Selena, but I swear to you, nothing happened. You have to stop this.
And that's true. I did not sleep with her.
Gotham deserves a mayor that can focus on cleaning up this city. That's why I'm taking your money, your home, everything. It's time that you started paying your debt to Gotham. For the value of your estate, it could be used to do a lot of good.
Believe me, Harvey, I've been paying for them my whole life. I have nothing left to give.
I'll be the judge of that. The deal is done. A strong leader doesn't back down. When they see an enemy, they crush
See, if the directing was a little bit better, they would focus more on the proper side of his face, depending on like who's talking, Harvey or Two-Face.
Crime and corruption.
I'm thinking of like Zuko in The Last Airbender, where they explicitly will show his scar during certain moments.
Nothing you do to me will change that.
If that were true, I wouldn't be able to do what's necessary to take out the children of Arkham.
What are you talking about?
Ready to go.
Do it.
What the hell did you do?
Are Lady Arkham's drugs destroyed?
That's a big explosion.
We must have taken out a whole city block with it.
So again, the idea of branch narratives. So this game, the scene will be different depending on if you visit as Bruce or Batman, but that explosion happens no matter what you do. So while the scene plays out differently, the narrative doesn't change too much.
Hey, how quickly can we get a fire truck
Right,
here?
see you later, Cooliope. I'm already forgetting how to say your name. Thanks for coming.
But trust me, Bruce.
We're gonna finish this game. Cooliope. Good. All right, and then we're gonna finish this game next Wednesday at 7:30.
Any other potential enemies waiting in the shadows to know what I'm capable of.
Or this stream is gonna be every week at 7:30.
Protect my city. That I am the guardian of Gotham.
I don't care how many resources, how much I have to spend. I will use my last penny if that's what it takes to stop you.
See you then. Enjoy the rest of your night.
No bother. It's not your concern anymore. Oh, I can see tomorrow's headlines already. Hero Mayor saves citizens from Children of Arkham terror plot. Meanwhile, somewhere in the back they'll stick the article about Bruce Wayne's tragic suicide.
What the hell are you talking about?
All the shame you've suffered was just too much for you to bear. Your family's history, getting forced out of your company, losing all your money. No one will question finding you dead in Crime Alley so soon after you got out of Arkham. Tragic, but unsurprising. Maybe even
I'm gonna punch him, I think.
I hope that was satisfying. That's the last one you get.
You would think Batman would have a bigger punch that would knock him on his ass. Well, this one specific alley has a lot of crime.
Come on, keep walking. Shut up.
Just wait.
Just keep moving.
Batman comic books on the nose? Never.
I don't know how you think this is going to end, but trust me, you will regret this.
Hey, he said shut up.
I know that when you put that uniform on in the morning, you do it because
Also, are they taking him here on purpose because that's where his parents were killed? Like, I'm sure there are other alleys where he can be killed.
You need to do a little bad to do a lot of good.
Or I guess they wanted it
Children
to
of
look like
Arkham
a
are trying
suicide
to
in
tear
some
the city
capacity.
apart. We're saving it. Yeah, we finally got a leader who wants results.
Listen to yourself. You sound brainwashed.
No, he hasn't brainwashed us. We're helping him. We're doing the right thing.
The mayor's the only one brave enough to take real action against our enemies.
Your mayor just blew up a city block.
I mean, making connections is also why I like to bring games into the class when I can.
People died. Your fellow officers died.
And
if you think that's where he's gonna stop, you're just as crazy as he is.
Maybe he has a point.
Shut up! You just don't get it. You don't understand. That's why we need to take you out.
Maybe
what?
I believe this is called fascism.
You know I'm telling the truth. And I know you're hearing me.
You're right. Oh God, I was about to... I'm sorry.
I knew you didn't have the stones for this.
Officer, drop your weapon. You okay?
Yeah. You really showed up in the nick of time. How'd you even find me? Den just blew up a whole city block.
I know. The reports I'm hearing are just awful. Den's gone way, way too far. He's supposedly trying to stop the children of Arkham, but now he's become a goddamn terrorist himself. A terrorist with half the city's support behind him. The amount of blood on his hands. He and Lady Arkham might be neck and neck on body count by this point.
I like Hopscotch Alley.
Never seen a city go to hell
Forgot
so
to
fast.
choose a choice there.
I can't help but feel guilty. Batman gave me the information on where to find Lady Arkham's drug stockpile. I handed it into my superiors and... God, this happens. I'm trying to figure out what I can do to help. But I feel like my hands are tied every direction I turn. Grogan's out for Batman's head, as soon as he can figure out a way to do it. I've never felt this frustrated with a system in my entire career.
Clean up the police.
Sounds to me like you're already on the right path. Weeding the bad seeds out of the department. Cutting down the enforcers.
Yeah,
and when you're done cleaning up the police in
enough.
Gotham, please clean up the police in the rest of the United
Everything
States.
is such a goddamn mess. Do you need a ride?
Thanks, but I've got it taken care of.
Lucius, what's the situation? I figured out how he's causing the feedback loop. He's somehow connected a black box computer to your encrypted network. God, it's like a digital battering ram. If he keeps this up, he could smash through the Batcave firewalls at any minute. He'd have access to the Bat computer.
That's not the worst of it, I'm afraid.
Alfred?
Mr. Dent is pulling up to the manor as we speak, and he's not alone.
Already?
So we're gonna get to one of those choices soon.
Penguins have
that
the assaults are
the
getting
scenes will
worse.
play out differently.
At this rate, he'll
So
have my tech
we'll see what
compromised by
happens.
the end of the night. Only place he could be hacking me from is Wayne Enterprises.
Well, I don't envy your
So my
position.
students chose to go to Wayne
Batman can't be in two
Enterprise
places at
to
once.
save the company, so I'm gonna go to Wayne Manor and see how the game is different.
I'm going home.
Understood. See you soon.
Is that a quote from something? I'm taking my ball and going home.
Not one step further.
Oh, come on, Al. Put the rifle down. I'm not gonna hurt you.
Somehow, I don't believe you.
Ooh, we got
Back away,
drones.
please, all of you.
Jesus, Al, it's me, Harvey.
You're not the Harvey I know.
Are drones really loud?
The Harvey I know would never have massacred innocent civilians. He isn't a murderer.
What am I linking this
General
to?
sends his troops to kill the enemy. No one calls it murder.
Oh, I see.
They call it war. And I am going to win the war against the children of Arkham.
Casualties?
Nope, the drone
Penguin is
didn't
still
work.
hacking my tech. Guess I'll be doing this the old-fashioned way.
Oh, way to go, Alfred. So I've never seen this scene before.
Batman! What the hell are you doing here?
You've destroyed enough lives for one night. I'm taking you in.
Oh, I get it. You'll come to Bruce Wayne's aid when he needs it, but not mine. No, not when I needed it. You let that maniac Penguin maim me! Look at me! This happened under your watch! And you call yourself a hero?
I can't save everybody.
No. No, you can't. You didn't save me. And you didn't save Bruce. He's dead. If you can't see the good I've done for this city, then you're no better than
But
Lady
Bruce
Arkham.
is not dead.
Or the Waynes.
You should really check that someone's dead before
Get
saying
out
that.
of here before I have you booked for obstruction of justice. You stand in my way. You stand in the way of the law.
Ooh, I like the do. That was a nice one shot.
This, Harvey.
That was a good fight scene.
Know what those are?
This guy's got a drum gun.
Slugs. But you don't have any of those in that little belt of yours.
How big are his pockets? I like the plan words there. Tommy Gun Lee Jones.
See how that works out for you.
So if you went to the company, you fought against Penguin instead of Two-Face here. And I'm liking this fight a lot more. Oh, that definitely hurts.
No! The bat's mine.
Go ahead. Do it. See what happens.
This old man needs to die. Your head or your heart?
Ooh, what's gonna happen?
What's that sound?
What the?
This scene is so much cooler than if you go to save Penguin. Oh, now half his body is burned now. He's actually got the Two-Face suit. Oh.
You don't understand, Batman. Without me, Gotham is doomed. Who will stop Lady Arkham?
As long as I'm around, Gotham will be fine. They don't need someone like you.
No. I'm important. I'm
I'm important.
Thank God he was finally stopped. Nice work, Batman.
So I think this is the first time where there was actually a significant change in the choices you made, because that was very different than if you chose to go to the company.
Just need to figure out
which I'm
what
sure
to do
that we're
with
going
him.
to end up visiting later, either this episode or the next
All
episode.
the
But
innocent lives he's responsible for. He should be locked
ooh,
up
what do you
in
guys think? Should I
Blackgate
put him in prison or send him to Arkham?
But that broken mind of his will probably only get worse in there.
Alright, we got 2 Arkhams. He's going to Arkham.
Dent is too dangerous and too damaged to be kept in some holding cell at Blackgate. You have to get him into Arkham. They might actually be able to help him in there.
Yeah, you're right. I'll see what I can do.
Yeah, I'm sure putting him with the
Meantime,
guy who puts tally
you stay
marks on
safe
his
out there,
body
all right?
for everyone he kills
You
will
too,
definitely help him. I'm just gonna go to my bedroom now. Don't mind me.
Lucius, Al, what's going on?
Bruce, the computer.
I've been doing everything I can, but I can't keep him out.
It's Penguin. We need to cut the hard line now.
Bruce, all of your bat tech is linked to this computer. If you take it offline, it will all be inoperable.
If Penguin hacks in, he'll have control of all of it. I have to shut it down.
You can't just like... Why do you need to use a batarang to like pull a plug? Okay, cool. So so this episode definitely finished differently than if you go to the company. So usually or the way we played it out in my class is that we went to the company and you fought Penguin and then dealt with Two-Face later, although you didn't get that cool fight that we just had. So now that we did Two-Face, we'll probably deal with Penguin at the beginning of the next episode. So you and 49.5% of players agreed to owe Joker a favor, so about half, 50-50. Did you go along with Joker's plan? You and 31.2% of players chose to stop the fight instead of going to the phone. Other people are selfish. You and 48.8% of players rammed the barricade at Harvey's security, so a lot of 50-50s on this one. You and 43.9% of players chose to talk to Harvey on a personal level instead of threatening him as Batman, so majority go Batman. You and 45.6% of players choose to stop Harvey instead of taking on Oswald. Going to Harvey was definitely the correct decision, because that fight was probably the best fight, quick time scene in the game. I really liked Liam Neeson in Batman Begins. Alright, and I think we're gonna get... I don't need a comic, but okay.